police contingent. Got here about 7 o'clock this morning. We had certain people in place. It cost them a lot of time and a lot of money. Our mob, last night we did a large smoking ceremony with everyone here, which is very good. Most of us slept really well last night with a really good feeling of peace over everything. Then this morning, for the people who are risking their good names for Mother Earth, we did another smoking ritual especially for them. And yeah, said people have gone into action. Had 2 people in a tunnel under the road. Had one woman locked in through a car, and one of the nanas sitting up on a tripod now. Just a quick official welcome to country to Drew Hutt and everyone else here who's turned up late. I wish you all could have been here last night for the smoking ceremony. And we're very happy to have you all here. And yeah, let's just hope the rest of the day pans out just as calmful and easy. Easy for us, a little bit harder for them. And yeah, much love, much respect to you all. And yeah, much thanks to Lord Gate for coming and helping us and showing respect to us and us staying here with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that welcome to country, and thank you, all of you. I've come from Brisbane this morning, and it is a very great honour to be here with you at this site. You know, I started out nearly 3 years ago with the process of locking the gate in Queensland, and from those really small beginnings, it is just amazing now to stand here and see 200 to 300 people blockading Metgasco in the Northern River. Now, you're fighting for your wonderful patch of earth here, and good on you for doing that, and many others are doing it around Australia the same way. But this is not what people often call a NIMBY campaign. It can't be a NIMBY campaign when it's almost everybody's backyard right round the east coast of Australia. And let me remind you of why we decided a couple of years ago that this was the way forward. It is because governments, state and federal, have been far too addicted to the quick flush of funds that comes from the irresponsible approvals of mining activities like this one. Yeah. They want the quick flush of royalties, and they, as far as they're concerned, the people of the area and the natural environment are collateral damage. Yeah. And they're prepared to accept that. Exactly. Well, we're not. No. So when we go into action in a minute, the police are clearly going to try to move us out of here. We follow the principles that we've adopted from day one. From day one, with Lock the Gate. They are those non-violent principles that Gandhi and Martin Luther King and others have practiced in movements around the world. Non-violent civil disobedience. Yep. And we're doing that because governments have failed. And when governments fail, ordinary people have to become heroes, and you are heroes. Australia, people are looking at Doubtful Creek as they did at Cornugie, and they will undoubtedly do at any number of other blockades that go on here in the Northern Rivers as the model for what their communities should be doing.
Exactly.
So, in a couple of months' time, when AGL tries to move in the Hunter to try to get onto properties and force wine growers and others to move aside, and when they go into southwest Sydney and they try to tunnel under people's houses there in southwest Sydney, and when they go onto the Liverpool Plains and they say, we don't care if you're in the most productive area on earth, we're coming in, those communities will look to you. And they will say, that's what you do. Because we are not waiting for Mr. Harcher to see sense. We're not waiting for him to grow a heart or a brain. We are locking down these companies.
Yes.
And we've locked down the coal seam gas industry right around this state. They can't move. And if ever you want to understand why it is, if ever you want to remind yourself of why it is that you don't want these people here and you're prepared to fight very hard for your community to keep them out, go to my old hometown in Queensland, little place called Chinchilla.
Is it still there?
And the people there are living in the middle of a gas field and they're suffering. They're already suffering the health effects of living in a coal seam gas field. That's the future that they've mapped out for this whole country. They don't care what the impacts are. They're simply greedy bastards after the money.
Yes.
And there are more values in our community, there are more values in our culture than just a greedy pursuit of money. There's the integrity of communities, there's families, there's social justice, there's the preparedness to protect our beautiful wild areas. These are the sorts of things, our underground water, in the driest continent on earth. These are the sorts of values that we need to stand up for. That's for those of you who weren't listening. We need to stand up for them. Because governments have lost their way. And so, when that happens, social movements like ours, and this is going to become the biggest social movement in Australia's history. Social movements like ours remind governments what they're supposed to be there for. They're there to serve the people and to protect future generations. Thank you all very much for coming. When we move up, when things start in a minute, the drill rig is coming, and along with a convoy of about 30 vehicles, I understand.
Almost a Coracai.
Sorry?
The drill rig is almost a Coracai.
At Coracai, right. So, the police are going to try to move us along. So, respect for cultural heritage. Anyway, we are going to peacefully resist them, okay? Using all the initiative and solidarity that you can along the way. Let's keep this going all day. Thank you.
I just want to say something about what happened with this flag. It's ripped. As I was tying this flag onto my spear here, I started tying it on the other way up again. My understanding is having the black on top, that was a dark part of our history, but it was the start of what we're doing now. But a little while ago, my Uncle Harry held space at, in Mullumbimby against Woolworths, and he put the flag up with the red on top. He said times have changed. It now represents the sunrise, the new dawn. The fact that this is now tattered, for me, represents the rough start to a beautiful finish.
Yes.
So from now on, let's concentrate on the good future that we're going to make. All right. Thank you very much.
It's our choice. It's our choice the way the future's going to be, not theirs.
Yes.
Not theirs. You seen the sign there. The minute I done this, see some sign there.
Would you like the knitting nanas to try and mend it for you?
No, sister.
No, the senior elders. No, the senior
We all got
elders.
scars.
No, the senior
This way the
elders.
future will remember our
Yes,
scars.
we're going to keep it for the next generation.
Spread up in the sun somewhere.
This is our law.
Tell them what to do. That's to leave this place. This is our home.
This is the right way. The black up top. Yeah, this is our law now. Our law today. Yes, sovereignty!
First of all, I'd like to say that it's been a good turn-up.
Wonderful turn-up.
Yeah, beautiful turn-up with the protesters, big support, and I think it's a tremendous atmosphere. It's brilliant. I believe that this is reconciliation between black fellas and white fellas, protesting as one in regards to stopping the coal seam gas from going ahead. And I believe that we can do it. We can do it, but if we got to stand as one, we got to unite as one, and at the end of the day, we are going to get the results and the outcome that we're protesting for. Save our land. Look how beautiful the land is. Look how rich it is. We don't want that destroyed. So this today is really, really tremendous. The atmosphere is brilliant. It's 100% spot on.
I'll have to see how we go. I can't make that decision now, but I'll think about it and I'll get back to you, okay? No worries. All right. Thank you.